Hi guys, my name is Danica and welcome to another Unshaken yoga video. Our practice for today is just going to be a somewhat quick, probably about 20-minute long morning wake up video. So as today's the first day of spring and here in North Carolina it's still pretty chilly, and so it's one of those days where I'm feeling kind of cold and I need to get my body moving before I can get going with my day. And so that's just what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a quick little warm up to just help get you in tune with your body, check in with how everything's feeling, build a little bit of heat just to get you going with your day, and hopefully that will just be an awesome way for you to start out your morning. So go ahead and find a comfortable position in child's pose. So turning over on to your knees, reaching your fingertips out away from you and settling in there. And I'm going to start by just reading you some verses from Lamentations. And so this is 3:22 through 24. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. I just thought that was a beautiful verse to start the morning off with. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. And so as you just get ready to move your body today and to spend some time just listening to God and quieting your mind, I want that to be the thought that's in your head. It's just that reminder that God's mercies are new every morning, and that no matter where you've come from or what your week has been like or what your year has been like, that today is a fresh start for you to just take a deep breath and spend time with the Lord as you get ready to move out into your day. So take a few more breaths here and just give yourself a moment to let that intention sink into your mind and into your heart. Feel your hips slowly sinking a little bit closer to your heels. Maybe your chest is dropping a little bit closer to the floor. And then on your next breath, go ahead and walk your fingertips over towards the left, reaching out long through the right fingertips. And walk your hands back through center, taking it over to the right side of the body. Again, reaching out long through the left fingertips, letting the chest drop down towards the mat. And take it back to center for 3 last breaths here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and rise up to tabletop, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread the fingertips wide and start to draw the belly button up towards the spine, knitting the ribs together and reaching out long through the crown of the head to find a nice flat back. From here, we'll inhale, reaching the chest forward, letting the gaze come up. And then exhale, chin to chest around through the spine. Keep alternating between those two postures, flowing through cat and cow. Listening to your body, checking in with where there's any areas of tightness, maybe the neck or the shoulders, and feel free to pause and just hold and kind of stretch in one spot if it feels nice. And then whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and meet back in a nice neutral position, finding that flat back with the core engaged. On an inhale, we're going to reach the right fingertips forward, left heel reaches back. Reach forward with the fingers and press out through the back heel, continuing to draw the core in. Breathing here. And then if you'd like, you can add some movement by inhaling to reach a little bit longer. And then exhale, bring the elbow and the knee together in the center of the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Last time, we'll exhale to round. Inhale to reach long and hold here. Exhale, let the fingertips come down. Keep the heel up. Bend the knee so that the bottom of the foot is facing up towards the ceiling. Draw the core in, press down into the mat, and then we'll just take a few small pulses, pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze down at the floor, trying to take any crinks out of the neck, just keeping it nice and straight. Pulsing 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let the knee come all the way down and find your way back to a nice centered tabletop. When you're ready, we'll switch sides. Left fingertips reach forward, right heel reaches back. Start by finding that good strong alignment, really growing long through the body, keeping the core pulled in tight. And then if you'd like, we'll inhale to reach longer. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Last time, exhale and round. Inhale and reach out. Pausing here. And then we'll let the hand come down, leg stays up. Bend at the knee so the foot is facing towards the ceiling, and take those small pulses. Just bringing a little bit of heat to the glutes, the hamstring, maybe the shoulders as we're pressing down into the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let the knee come down. Find your way through tabletop, and then we're going to tuck the toes and exhale, hips lift, downward facing dog. Now again, if you're doing this first thing in the morning, you might be a bit tight, so make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Bending the knees as much as you need to, maybe walking out through the feet. Just taking time to let your calves and your hamstrings start to open up. Take one more deep breath here. And then inhale to look towards your fingertips and slowly start to walk your way there, coming to a really gentle forward fold. So knees are bent, chest is just hanging down over the thighs. Once you're here, you can either shake the head, yes and no, or maybe take opposite elbow and opposite hand and just really let all your weight drop down towards the floor, hanging heavy. And go ahead and release the hands down towards the floor. Bend the knees a little bit deeper and we'll slowly roll up through the spine. Once you get to a standing position, let those fingertips reach up overhead. And then exhale, hands through heart center. We'll hold right here for a few breaths. I want you to start to take your intention to your breath. And with each exhale, just let go of anything that's holding on to you from the past. Maybe it's something small, like a meeting you were late to yesterday, or something you forgot to pick up at the store. Or maybe it's something a bit heavier, something that you've been carrying with you for a while. And just give yourself permission that with each exhale, you're just going to let go of that thing. You're going to place it down, place it at the bottom of the cross, and just leave it there. There's no need to come back to it. And then on your inhale, I want you to inhale those fresh, new, beautiful mercies that God is offering to us every single day. So exhale to let go, and inhale to accept the blessings that He's offering you. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep the fingertips up overhead, reaching towards the sky. Exhale, just let everything go as you fold forward. Big inhale to halfway lift. And a heavy exhale as you find your way back to plank. Option to hold here in plank or to lower through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. And we'll pause here for one full breath. Exhale. And then step your way back to the top of your mat. Take a moment to pause in the forward fold. And then inhale, rise back up to the mountain, reaching the fingertips up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Again, inhale, reach up. Let it be a posture of worship, reaching up to receive what God is offering you. And exhale, fold forward. Place on the floor anything that you no longer need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your way back to plank. Option to hold or to flow through low plank, upward facing dog. And then all together we exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Again, holding for one breath here. Inhale to gaze towards your fingertips and step your way there. Pause in the forward fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain. We're going to take that one more time. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank. Your choice to hold or to flow through low plank, upward facing dog. And hips up and back, down dog. Pausing here. Taking a few deep breaths right here. Again, coming back to that intention. Just letting go of anything that needs to be placed down. And instead filling that space with the promises that God has for you every morning. On your next inhale, let your right heel reach up towards the sky. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Finding crescent lunge. Find your footing, pressing the toes into the mat. And then inhale to sweep the fingertips up overhead. Chest comes up tall. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. And with each inhale, just work to lift your chest a little bit more. Taking your gaze up towards the sky, opening your heart to the Lord, and just saying that you receive what He has for you today. Let's take one more breath here. And then exhale, place the hands back down on the mat. Step the right foot back and find downward facing dog. Switching sides, we'll inhale to let the left heel come up. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Again, take a moment to find your stable footing, and then sweep the fingertips up overhead. Crescent lunge. Come back to that breath intention. Just use each inhale to open your chest up towards the sky a little bit more. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step the left foot back, find downward facing dog again. Inhale to gaze towards the fingertips. And then slowly walk your way there again, coming back to our final forward fold. Nice deep breaths here. If you'd like, you can take the hands behind the heels or the calves and just work to draw the chest a little bit closer to the legs, being gentle with the body, always listening to our muscles to see what they're telling us, only going as far as they feel ready for. And then from wherever you're at, we'll bend the knees and slowly roll up to mountain. Let those fingertips reach up overhead. And then exhale, the hands come through heart center. From here, you have the option to try and lower through a toe balance, or you can just go ahead and make your way down to a seated position. If you want to take that toe balance, start to bend the knees, sitting down towards the heels. And then once your hips get about as low as they can go, start to roll up onto the toes, stacking the hips over the heels, rising up higher on the balls of the feet. And just take a moment to pause here and breathe. Nice deep inhales and exhales from whatever position you're in. One last breath. And exhale, hands come down to the mat. And if you're not already there, find your way to a cross-legged seat. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching out through the crown of the head, shoulders drawing down away from the ears. Inhale to sweep the fingertips up overhead. And then exhale, letting the hands come to prayer position. Eyes closed. And just come back to your breath, letting your mind be quiet, and taking a moment to just listen for whatever God might be trying to say to you today. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to start our day with movement and with your word. God, I pray that we would have the courage to let go of anything that is weighing us down. That we would make the decision to just lay it at your feet and to walk away from it. Knowing that whatever it is that is weighing us down, God, it doesn't have a place in our hearts or our minds anymore. That you're not asking us to hold on to that, but you have given us permission to let go of it. And Lord, I pray that instead we would fill that space with your promises and with your word and with your love. And that, God, you would just plug any holes of weakness and you would fill them with strength. Where there is brokenness, that you would bring healing. I pray that we would start each morning with a heart that is thankful for the gifts that you have given us and for what the day will hold. God, thank you so much for every person who's watching this video. And I just pray that it would be a blessing to them and that it would help them connect with you more deeply as they go throughout the rest of their day. In your son's name we pray. Amen. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. If you have the time, I would encourage you to just find a journal and maybe jot down any thoughts that came to you during this flow. Or maybe just take another moment to sit here in silence and just listen for anything else that God might have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon.